Yes, yeah, well, I know you don't want to take that big rubber band loom with you on the road. Okay, you want something smaller? Okay, perfect. I've got a great idea. All right, bye. On today's episode of Mama Knows Best, I'm going to show you how to make a little loom that you can take on the road with you. Rubber band bracelets are all the rage. I made a little ring, and the looms are a little big to be taking on the road with you, so I came up with a really cute little project that you make just from a wooden spool. Now you can't do all the fancy stuff, but you can do some quick little bracelets and keep the kids quiet on the road. So sometimes they're a little bit burry inside, and you can buy packages of them. And so I'm just rolled my sandpaper, and I'm just going to sand it so it gets it all nice and smooth. Turn it over and do the same thing to the other side. So that way it'll be nice and smooth, and those rubber bands will not get caught in the loom as they go down. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to paint your spool. I just used a little bit of Americana, used a sponge brush, and carefully painted not to go over the edge. Then, after I did that, I decided I'm going to do a little motif with bees and grass and some lawn. So I'm going to show you how to do this. First, I'm going to show you how to make the grass. So we're going to take a paper plate and get a little bit of paint. You're going to squirt it on the plate, like so. Now I'm just going to scooch down here so I can really see what I'm doing. So you're going to dip a toothpick into the paint. You're going to start at the bottom and you're going to just squish it up like that. Let me show you one more time. You're going to go right here and you're just going to draw the lines. So you just keep doing that all the way around. Get the idea? I'm going to do one more for you. So it really gives it a nice, and you can kind of curve it as you go. It gives a really nice little lawn look. Now I want to add some flowers. So I'm going to go back to some paint. And this is one of my favorite type of painting I used to do years ago, was dot painting. I'm actually going to use the end of my crochet hook. A pencil works well, anything, or the tip of a paintbrush. And I'm going to dip some dots. 1, always dip back in your paint. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Once that dries, we have one dried here already, you're going to go ahead and you're going to dip in the center. Now I did pink, but I don't happen to have my pink with me right now, so I'm just going to do a green center on this one. And you're going to get a little bit bigger glob of paint, and you're going to just dip that in the middle. Look how fun that is. Once they're dried, you have these great little flowers. Now, the next step we're going to do is we're going to do some rubber stamping. Rubber stamping's always been in my DNA, and this is so much fun. I'm going to use this fun little bumblebee. I'm going to ink them up really well. Now I want you to watch really closely. Here again, I'm going to come down, and this is how you can stamp on a curve. This is a great tip for stamping on the curve. You want to really get it inked up well. You're going to start on the corner. So I'm going to start right there where the wings are, and I'm going to, you see how that's landing? And I'm going to roll my stamp like that, and just look at that, perfect. So I'm going to show you one more time because I love doing this. It's really a great technique. Ink it up, start in your corner, and roll your stamp very slowly. Don't go back because then you'll have a shadow, and look how fun that is. You have your little bee, and I'm bringing one in I finished already. Here's the stamped images. Look how cute that is. And then I took a little micron pen, because my bumblebees always need to have little trails. And I made a little trail all the way around the edge. And then I also just took a little Sharpie and went in and colored the yellow on the bumblebee. So now my little loom is decorated, and it looks so cute. So our next step is we're going to take our top of our wooden spool. Now, I'm going to use tacks, and you can hammer tacks, but you have to be very careful because they'll crack. Trust me, I've cracked a lot. So you're going to start with a little starter nail, and you're going to hammer it in, okay? I already pre-hammered these in, so you're going to go ahead and get your nail in, oh, probably, I don't know, as far as you'll be able to pull it back out again. Then very carefully, You're going to take your hammer, put your tack in that hole. Do not hit hard. Just lots of little taps. Unlike most men want to hit that nail really hard, this is just a gentle tap. See, we're not quite there yet. So you got the idea. You're just going to keep working it until it's all the way to the edge. And I'll show you right here. See, look at that. These were fun. These were blue ones that matched. So now you can go ahead and start your rubber bands. But before you start your rubber bands, I'm showing you a couple fun techniques. I want to pull in a couple more that I did. I decorated different ways for you. This one, I love this monkey. I inked up the monkey and I did the same technique. I started up here, but this one I kind of rolled, and then pulled it off this way to get that look. And then added some extra dots just to cover the ends there. And you can also use paint. So I took some blue paint, right on the butterfly, tap the acrylic paint. And here again, started up in the corner. Here's the big one. This had paint on it, carefully rolled. This is a little bit more tricky, but it does work. So look how fun. I showed you all these different techniques that you can do the stamps on the spools. The kids will love these, and they're really great. Now, I'm not an expert at doing the looms yet, but I've watched some videos. My friend Robin Beam has some great how-to videos on this. You take your first spool, or your first rubber band, and you're going to twist it. Now, this is just a simple bracelet. There's lots that you could add more tacks on if you want to do more complicated things. I'm not going there today. I'm going to do a second rubber band. This one's not twisted, just the first one's twisted. Then we're going to come in with a third rubber band. Now I'm going to go with a crochet hook. Okay, I'm going to come down here. And reading glasses are preferred for us older gals that need them. I'm going to come over the top. I'm going to go to this side. I'm going to catch this rubber band. Okay, or I'm just going to use my finger and catch it. So then I'm going to push these down, and I'm going to take another rubber band right over the top. Here again, I'm going to go catch that rubber band under the bottom, over the top, this rubber band. You want to make sure you always are getting that bottom rubber band. That's why it really helps if you're alternating using different colors. If you're using the same color, that's easy to miss. Okay, and just over the top. And what's going to happen is as you build that, it's going to go down inside the spool. This is actually also called a French knitter. French knitters have a lot more pegs on them. They'll have like 4 nails usually on a French knitter, but it's the same concept. And so I'm going to take this one off that I did a ring. They have little hooks, and you do add the little hooks to them. And you can make the big bracelets or rings or whatever. So here's your great little loom for on the go. Just drop it in a mason jar with some rubber bands. Put the lid on. Make sure you have your crochet hook, and it's ready to go. I sure hope you enjoyed this project today on Mama Knows Best. Be sure to go to When Creativity Knocks for more great ideas.